Man made a living by donating sperm. In just 2 short years, he donated more than 690 times, almost once a day. In total, he made $3 million. He had kept his sperm bank past hidden very well. But what he never expected was that 20 years later, he would be sued. It turned out that out of his 690 plus donations, 533 had successfully led to pregnancies. In other words, he was the biological father of more than 500 children. Among them, 142 children wanted to know who their biological father was. So they filed a joint lawsuit, hoping the court would reveal his identity. David was shocked. The lottery ticket he had just bought didn't win him $5 million. Instead, he won 500 children. Luckily, before every donation, he had signed a confidentiality agreement. So as long as he didn't show up, no one would know who he was. Then his lawyer handed him an envelope. Inside were the profiles of his 142 children. After returning home, David randomly picked one file. But the moment he opened it, he was stunned. It was a football star. That had been his dream since childhood. And now, it had been achieved by a son he never even knew. David bought a ticket to his son's match. Watching his son show off all kinds of skills, flick the ball past defenders, and finally score the winning goal, David was more excited than anyone else. So his genes were actually this good. Inspired by his son, David went back to his old amateur football team and completely dominated the game. Still in a great mood, he opened another mystery box. This time, it was another handsome son. He worked as a waiter in a coffee shop. David walked in and ordered a cup of coffee. Talking to his son for the first time made him a little nervous, but his son acted extremely impatient. After learning more about the situation, David found out that although his son was working as a waiter, his good looks had always made him dream of becoming an actor. And today, there happened to be an audition. But his boss had asked him to work overtime. He didn't dare take the risk. If he skipped work for the audition and failed, he would lose the job that kept him alive. David returned to his car, feeling disappointed. So not all of his children were living good lives. At that moment, he wanted to do something for his son. David went back into the coffee shop and tossed his car keys to him. He encouraged him to go to the audition, saying he would cover his shift. Although the son found it strange that a stranger would help him, he somehow felt an inexplicable sense of trust toward this man. So he grabbed the keys and left for the audition. But right after he left, the boss showed up. Because he had left his position without permission, the son lost his job. David felt extremely guilty. It seemed like his good intentions had caused trouble instead. He waited outside, not knowing how to explain it. But his son came back with good news. He had passed the audition. His acting career had officially begun. This sudden surprise pulled David in completely. He decided to meet all of his children as a stranger.